Wagwarn YouTube, it's Sammy Mac. Welcome to my first A Day in the Life of vlog. So today I'm going to bring you man with me throughout my day, and I'm going to just show you what I do as a law student, what my day looks like. Hopefully it's going to be sick. It's going to be sick. I've just woken up. Obviously, more time can tell. I've just woken up. I'm a little bit dopey still, but that's calm. I'll freshen up, I'll liven up, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna do a bit of Bible study, grab a shower, grab some breakfast, and then crack on. Breakfast time, baby. Check this out. Feast for Kings, I'm telling you right now. Serious business only. No Mickey Mouse business.
No Mickey Mouse business.
So that's the breakfast thing. That's my go-to breakfast, you get me? So obviously I like gym and that. So I gym in the evenings, and then when I wake up in the morning, it's just a good start to the day. It's a fresh start, it's healthy, there's lots going on. So it's filling in that. It's a good start to the day, man. I'm gonna grind this one real quick. I'm gonna yam this, and then I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. At the moment, I'm just grafting, just doing some coursework. I've got coursework due tomorrow. I've got 1,000 words due tomorrow on US law. This year, final year, it was like split into 2 years. So there was 4 topics I chose for the whole year, and then 2 topics which are half year. So the 4 that the whole year was path to professional practice. And basically what that is, it's like employability and stuff. So it teaches you like employability skills, something just as simple as like how to write a good email, to how to give a presentation or interview techniques. It's different stuff like this. So that was the non-optional one. And then there was 4 optional whole year modules, which was sports law, immigration law, law of armed conflict. Oh no, it's just 3. It's 3 whole year optional ones, 1 non-optional one, which is path to professional practice, and then 2 half year modules. So first half year for term 1, US law, so United States law, and then the second half year module is comparative law. And in term 1, I'd say US law was probably my favourite module. It was just very interesting, you know.
God bless America!
The Constitution, this kind of thing. And now I'm doing a research project, it's dissertation basically. It's a very small dissertation, so it's just 2,000 words. And basically what it is, I get to choose my topic, and what I chose was basically, is the United States legal system based on a foundation of racial equality, a historical analysis of the development of racial equality and civil rights. The reason I chose this is because it's something that like I'm very passionate about, I care about a lot. Do you know what I mean? I think I said it in the Q&A episode, if you guys have watched that. The reason that I came to uni, it was based on like this idea that I wanted to do human rights, and like this is a major thing. Do you know what I mean? This is human rights, major thing, racial equality. Like, you know, I'm talking about the foundations of the United States legal system. I'm talking about back, right when the US was first created, you know, when the colonies went over there and stuff. 13 colonies originally. You know, how was the legal system created? What was their mindsets and stuff? Because like, I'm talking about back then, do you know what I mean? I'm going to the 1770s. That's a long time, do you know what I mean? Like, so that's why it's a serious thing, you get me? So yeah, so I'm that's what I'm doing it on basically. So I'm doing it on racial equality. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing at the moment. I've got a seminar at 1, so I'm gonna switch from this. I'm gonna do a quick bit of seminar prep. Last minute seminar prep, and then I'm gonna bounce to campus and attend my seminar. I'm gonna chat to you guys on the way. I've got a few little bits and bobs I want to talk about on the way. So yeah, until then, I'm gonna get ready. Yo, what's goody? Just on my way into class, walking in now. It's a beautiful day, I can't lie, praise God, but it's nippy, it's a chilly one still. Just thought I'd talk to you real quick about law as a degree, like studying it. So obviously man's in third and final year, you don't know. So let me just give you a little run through of Wagwarn. So the year one, that was a minute ago. And basically what happens in year one is you just do like core modules. So you do stuff like contract law, public law, tort law, that kind of thing. So it's interesting, it's foundations, you got to know it, but they can get a little bit dry, stuff you're not really into. So yeah, so just had foundational modules in year one. Let me see if I can remember them all. So it's contract law, public law, tort law. You know what, I actually can't remember them. I think there was four or five in the first year. So first year was blessed, yeah, it was good fun. Interesting, foundations, got a 2-1, you don't know. It was very chilled, so I worked, did what I needed to do and chilled with Mandem. Experienced a bit of like uni life, a bit of going out and stuff, found out it wasn't really my thing. So yeah, so that was sick. And then obviously after kind of term 2, mid-term 2 or after term 2, COVID came, so then it was lockdown. So that kind of changed things a little bit. I went home, did my exams online, which was blessed to be fair. I found that a blessing. I was homeschooled before sixth form. When I went to school, I just found exams, I found them tough, man, I can't lie. I found them really tough. I don't know, it just wasn't really my thing. So it was a blessing to have online exams because it just meant that like, it was like kind of like coursework based. And that was way more my vibe, and yeah, I just worked a lot better with that. I was able to kind of grind out and get decent grades and work hard on that kind of thing. So that was blessed. Second year came true. Moved into the flat with a man then. It was all blessed. Obviously a bit of a different vibe, you know, kind of in lockdown a bit still. And basically what the crack is with second year law is there's some foundational modules that you've got to study, and then you get 2 optional modules. So for my 2 optional modules, I chose human rights and family law, obviously because it's still kind of like human rights based. And family law was interesting, but it's kind of tough because there's a lots of like, you know, there's different aspects to it, but like divorce is like a major thing. And family law to me, like it's tough, you know, it's sad stuff really. So it was interesting, but like not really something I see myself going into. Maybe, I don't know, we'll just wait on God for that one, you know what I'm saying? But human rights, man, everything I dreamed it to be. That was the reason obviously I came to uni, and I absolutely loved it. I loved it, I really did. I found it really interesting, and I loved the assessment. It was like a coursework. I just thought it was sick, really, really interesting. The foundation modules in second year, there was 4 of them, and there were criminal law, land law. Oh, this is hard, right, this is. And there was one other one, which I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna be remember. I liked second year because we were at home, because it was in lockdown and we were at home for a lot of it. It was easier to kind of just sit and just work and grind out. Just easier to, like, there's no distractions. I'd just sit at home and I'd work hard. And then when I was done for the day, I would just chill with the man or play on the Xbox or whatever it is I did to chill, you get me? It was pretty blessed. I did enjoy second year. It was good fun. And then by the time kind of everything opened again, I was finished with exams. And the weather got warm and it was just like, it was blessed, just chilled. So now that was, second year was good. And now, obviously, in third year, all optional modules. So obviously this year, I'm doing sports law, US law, professional practice, comparative law, law of armed conflict, and immigration. And they're all bare interesting, I can't lie. The thing with law is, each module is very different. And it's different in like, because it's a different module, obviously, the content, and then how it's taught to you, and then how it's assessed and stuff. So for example, like US law, it was very much like, it was kind of just like history. It was like a history lesson really. And then it's assessed in basically a big essay that you just kind of choose and write yourself. And then something like immigration law, it's just really heavily based off legislation, it's really heavily based off laws. So you've just got to learn the laws, and then the assessment is essentially just applying the right law to what the question asks. So like, they're just so different. I think that's another reason that I love it, because it's so varied and diverse. There's just so much to it. It's not just like one thing. It doesn't get boring. It's always changing, flowing. It's always keeping interesting. So them ones there really. But what it is now is I'm heading to my sports seminar. I'm bounce there real quick, crack on with that. Catch up with you in a bit. So So I thought I'd do a little segment, just my 5 top tips for studying law. Obviously, I know most people that are watching this are probably not studying law, but I just thought it'd be interesting for you guys to see kind of my top tips. And also, if you are studying law, if you think of studying law, then maybe it'll help out. So at number 5, I'd say study what you enjoy. So, you know, when you're picking modules or kind of like choosing what you want to study throughout your degree, and then even like work experience or a job after, choose stuff that you enjoy. I think that's really important because you'll work harder at it and you'll find it more enjoyable and easier if it's something that you're passionate about. So number 4, I'd say the modules that you do that you don't enjoy or you're not as good at, work hard at those. If you've got a module or a couple of modules that you find harder, maybe you don't understand, you just don't like as much. For me, that was like contract law and stuff like that. Work harder at it because those are the subjects that you'll get a lower grade in. If you're not as good at it or you don't enjoy it, you're going to get a lower grade just naturally because you won't want to put as much effort in and maybe you just don't understand it, that kind of thing. So put more work into it, work hard on those subjects than the subjects you enjoy or that you're better at. That will help make your overall grade higher and just balance it out. It'll balance it out as well and help with those foundations really. Number 3, I'd say always do extra reading. That's something I didn't do. First, second year, I didn't do any extra reading. Third year now, I'm doing all my extra reading and it's a lot more work, but it's a lot more worth it. I just understand the subjects a lot better. When I'm in seminars, I'm able to talk about it, answer questions, and it makes me enjoy it more as well because I learn more about it, understand it better and that kind of thing. It's a grind, trust me. Number 2, have a balanced lifestyle. When you're studying a degree, something like law, something like architecture, something like medicine, these kind of degrees where you've got a lot of hours that need to be put in, a lot of content and stuff, you've got to have a balanced lifestyle. So for me, that looks like, I'd say the number 1 thing is gym. So I'll go to the gym, you know, every evening or 4 days a week, maybe, you know, boxing once or twice a week. So I like to balance out my work with exercise, whether that's at the gym or at boxing or whatever it is, but something like that. Also, I really enjoy like cooking and like making coffee. So even though they're kind of like things like you say like, oh yeah, but, you know, you're just doing that every day anyway because you got to eat and you got to drink. Yeah, I get you, like, yeah. But for me, I invest a little bit more money to buy maybe some slightly nicer food and try some new recipes and stuff. So for me, that also balances it out. I'll take a bit more time to cook and to make coffee and stuff instead of like, I'll take that as like a break, you get me? It looks different for everyone. When I say number 1, top tip for studying law is be organised. It's just so important. It just makes life so much easier, especially like for me doing open book exams. When I'm organised throughout the year, when I come to do my exam, when I sit here, I know where everything is, so I just go straight to it. There's no time wasted. I can just bang, put it straight in, you know what I'm saying? It makes such a massive difference and it helps constantly throughout the year just to find something you need to find for a seminar, to just pre-read something, to sit this exam, to sit that assessment. So yeah, that's my top 5 tips. Yo, what's going on? Just on my way back from the sports seminar. It was all gas, I can't lie, it was all lit. And then after that, I just popped into the student union, seeing Len Bob's, did a bit more work on my US assignment, and then ate a couple sandwiches as a light snack, and now I'm just bopping back to the flat. Yo, I'm back, settled in, got myself coffee, some J-rice, got the candle going, got the work up. So I'm just chilling now, just vibing, gonna graft out this research project. I'm on 255, so I'm a quarter of the way through, so that's calm. I reckon a couple of hours I can smash it out. Yo, I've hit 983 words on the research report thing, so I'm gonna call it there for today. So now I'm off to the gym, I'm gonna meet Dan there, and then afterwards I'm gonna come back, make some food. Yo, I've been gym, I've been showered, I've been ready to eat. It's time to whip up a little 2-2 dish and that. Say no more. What's on the menu? That's a good question. Alex's Ramen. You don't know Alex's Ramen. So I'm gonna set the camera down, and you guys just watch me make this ramen differently. Lovely jubbly. Just whipped up a quick 2-2 ramen and that. You don't know. So I'm gassed for that. I mean, I'm this. Watch this. Read a bit of my book, Power of the Imagination by Andrew Womack. It's a banger. I highly recommend it. Other than that, I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope it's been interesting to see what it's like a day in my life as a law student. I hope it's entertained you, and maybe, just maybe, you've taken a little something from it, which would be pretty sick. There's nothing more to be said. I can't lie to you. Nothing more to be said. It's time for bed. From Glasgow to Berlin, catch you in the next one.
Two very boring minutes later. Many hours later.
But I'm not in America. Testing, 1 2 1 2, testing, sound check, 1 2 1 2. You know me, guys. I don't really know what I'm doing.